So the Farmer to Mama program started in 2023 with a IDOH, Indiana Department of Health grant, and we have the opportunity to serve first-time new moms who are living at or below 250% of the federal poverty level with some awesome food access opportunities. Every month we're working with our female farmers or FarmHers to be able to put together these really wonderful food totes that we then distribute to Nurse Family Partnership, and they're taking these food totes and delivering them to the moms in their care. They visit the moms at home weekly, and so the moms are getting food totes once a month, some potentially a couple times a month, depending on their food access needs. And they're also receiving some really awesome wraparound services, like through Purdue Extension Nutrition Education Program, to do nutrition education and cooking classes. And then we're also including some great resources in the food totes, like recipe cards and resource cards and newsletters. So there's a term called food as medicine, and food as medicine is the belief that food is directly impactful to our health. Food truly is medicine for these families that we're working with. We're providing this really wonderful, fresh, locally grown food that's typically harvested the day before it's being provided to Nurse Family Partnerships and then to the mothers. So we've got an amazing collective of female farmers. They're located all across our region, and it's a really diverse group. For me, not only am I a local food access coordinator with the Food Council, but I also get to serve as one of the farmers for the program myself. And that's been really, really special to me and just is so heartwarming because I am also a first-time mom to a 17-month-old. And so to be able to see this program blossom and meet the moms and meet their babies, and to be going through that same experience of raising a child myself, but now also to be growing for this program has just been so wonderful and so special. We know through research, through public health, that the first 1,000 days of a child's life are the most critical, especially for nutrition. So really, we're talking even several more years after those 2 years of life that this is such a critical period. And so through this program, we're able to provide a lot of that fresh, healthful food that's high in nutrients, that's high quality, and we're helping the moms and families to understand what to do with that food. A lot of the moms have spoke to the importance of that and how beneficial that has been to them, to have those recipes, to have the cooking instruction with the nutrition educators. So that's been a really, really wonderful, important thing.
Co-Action has a menu of services that we do, all geared around people who have some type of financial hardship. So we service our older adults that are in our communities that might be on fixed incomes. We service people who just need some housing supports, who are working hard but just don't have enough to make ends meet. We do a lot of work too with pregnant women or women with children under 5 who also might struggle to work and have a high earning job and be able to provide the nutrition for their children. And we do overall nutrition services, and so this is really an exciting piece for us because we know how important nutrition and health go hand in hand.
So through the Produce for Better Health grant, we have been able to partner with the NWI Food Council region routes to help procure our produce through the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana, who then boxes our produce with the help of their volunteers and then transport those boxes to our local partners of Meals on Wheels, the VNA Hospice, as well as direct deliveries to our congregate sites. Our partners with Meals on Wheels then will deliver those boxes to our congregate sites within 6 counties. The Produce for Better Health program started in 2023 in June and is set to run through June of 2025. We are currently serving over 450 participants throughout our 6 counties. We have been able to see a decrease in participants' blood pressures and weights, people reporting increased mood, less depression, which has really impacted our senior community. People are very happy.
Having local food in the program has given the participants more of an option to choose different variety of things that they normally would not choose in a grocery store. So there is a produce item that has been a hit. I wasn't sure how it was going to go over well. It was delicata squash. When you look at it, it looks like a decoration for fall. but when people cooked and ate it, they said it was delicious. It was one of the best things that they have ever had in their boxes. I'm looking forward to this program as it grows, is reaching as many people as possible. Many of the people live in food deserts, so they don't have access to fresh fruits and vegetables. So giving them that is really impactful.
After doing this for several months, we're already seeing really significant changes in blood pressure and weights for people having a healthier weight. All of that is due to people willing to make the effort. Local farmers are providing the fresh produce. Our agency partners are figuring out and coordinating ways to get it to them, and we're helping fund it. It's a really great partnership that we have.
My role as a Farm to School coordinator is to connect local food producers with schools and communities by making them aware of the Farm to School connection. That Farm to School connection can take many different forms. That would be getting local foods into the schools, the ag and nutrition education, and best of all, educating our next generation of food system leaders, our students.
Increase local access to food here at River Forest means everything. These kids are getting not only a great product, the quality, the nourishment, but they're also being educated. They're not exposed to this every day. I think it's taken a huge impact. I notice less food waste. They're excited to try new things. You know, I mean, schools sometimes can get non-creative, but you got to find a creative way out of it. This brings us a whole new element with different products that they do offer.
When it comes to Farm to School initiatives, the one thing that I am most proud of is not only seeing the local foods coming into the schools and the food service directors creating these new recipes to serve to their students, but also being able to show our students where their food comes from and actually having school gardens to show the students about, ag education, nutrition, and then seeing those faces, how they light up when they taste that first, tomato that's grown, straight out of the vine.
We're making our own gravy in-house for biscuits and gravy. So we use the local pork sausage with sage. Before we were using a canned product. So now, not only am I saving costs, but the kids, they notice a huge difference. Today, I didn't have any biscuits left. Literally, the gravy, it looked like your dog came and just licked it all up. A perfect example right there. A simple food that kids love, are familiar with, elevated it up another notch.
For the future of Farm to School in Northwest Indiana, what I see is expanding the reach of local foods into our schools, the economic impact on our communities and also our farmers, making sure that they can scale up to meet the demand of the schools, but also making sure that our students are going beyond not eating fresh foods, not only eating fresh foods in the cafeterias, but also eating fresh foods and nutritious foods in their homes.
Every school that has this opportunity to take advantage of using the local foods program needs to. A, you're saving money. B, you're giving back to your community. C, you're giving better nutrition to your kids. And then D, your staff is more excited about what they're putting out. It gives them empowerment to do things, maybe things they weren't capable of doing. And I think when you have that pride in your job, it doesn't feel like a job. It just feels like you're coming in, you're doing a cool thing, and you're going home. That's how I feel about it. When I come in here, I'm not going to work. I'm just coming in, we're putting out a good product, and we're going home.
To level set what the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana does, it's important that we talk about the difference between food banking and food pantries and soup kitchens. So the easiest way for me to describe that is if you think of that food pantry in your community, usually it's at a local house of worship. But if you think of that food pantry as like a grocery store, and you think of a soup kitchen as similar to a restaurant, the core business of the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana is to be the supplier to those agency partners. So the bulk of the work that we do at the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana is to secure food and then push it out to our agency network of food pantries and soup kitchens, which as of right now is 130 strong in Lake and Porter counties. The Food Bank of Northwest Indiana is so excited to have such a robust partnership with the Northwest Indiana Food Council and its Region Roots program. Through that partnership, we've been able to source locally grown fresh produce and push it out to our agency network as well as key partners through grant programs. We have had such success with a specific program that brings together Co-Action, Meals on Wheels, the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana, and Region Roots to really have a medical impact on seniors that are currently enrolled in Meals on Wheels programming by bringing them that quality, nutrient-dense product and then having an impact on their underlying health conditions. One of the advantages of being a partner with Region Roots and the Northwest Indiana Food Council is our access to locally grown produce through their network of farmers here in Northwest Indiana. We're so excited to be able to have an economic impact on some small businesses. This year alone, we have already purchased over $50,000 worth of product that has gone out to our agency partners and program partners. So not only are we providing nutrient-dense products to people who really need it, but we're also supporting the local economy.